Hey, what's up, everybody? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's me, Josh Page, aka J Beats. Pretty much, this is gonna be the first tutorial video that I'm making. I'm pretty much starting a little tutorial series. Probably only 2 or 3 part series on tutting. The reason why I'm doing tutting is because pretty much a lot of people tell me that's the best thing that I do, you know. I always get a lot of compliments, like especially from other dancers that I know, or people who I just met, like if I'm out at the bar or I'm somewhere and I'm doing it. Like a lot of people will be like, "Yo, watch him, like he's going off over there, like he's doing stuff I've never seen with Tutton before." So that's pretty much it. So, you know, also, like, in this video I just want to give you an insight look on like how I view tutting, like my concept of it, what I think it is, and how you should approach it, and let's make it do what it do. So pretty much, like, tutting, if you don't know, it's about making boxes. Okay, so when you make boxes with tutting, it's all about pretty much making straight angles and squares, and pretty much focusing on making right angles. Like here I got 2 right angles, which would be a box, you know, and tutting is pretty much the art of taking a box and really just flipping it like so. See how I just had this shape, and then it went to this shape. Now I got like more of a right angle here, you know. So pretty much, like, when you tut, probably the main things that you have to focus on is, 1, keeping like your arms and your ankles straight. Like your arm has to be straight, okay? Like it can't be at an angle, really. It's gotta be, if it's here, it's supposed to be here. If it's here, it's supposed to be here. You know, it's gotta be straight. It's gotta be on point. That's what's gonna make it look as good as it possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. So yeah, it's gotta be straight. It's gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? It can't be any other way. It's gotta be straight. So pretty much, like, I'm gonna just go through like a little basic thing of like what I think. Well, the reason why I think my tutting looks better than other people. Okay, so like, for example, like I'm gonna just do a simple, very simple move here, right? Because I think I started my video on Facebook. I'm not sure you guys checked that out yet, but I started the video like this, had my arm like this, and I'm gonna just go like right now. I'm just go from here, here, and then here. Okay. Now, when I do that, right, notice like how sharp my movements are. Like they're very here, 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 here. I mean here, 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 here. I'll go back. That's another thing that's important as a dancer, is that, like, especially popping and any type of like style like that, you gotta be able to reverse your movements like that. So here, 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 here. Real basic, real simple. It's easy to do, you know. Now let me explain to you what exactly am I doing exactly. So like when I put my arm up here, you have this right angle here, right? Now when I put my arm up here, what's happening is really I'm taking this, my elbow, which is, I'm gonna call it a pivot point. So pretty much my pivot point here is my elbow, meaning that pretty much the only thing that I'm moving is the pivot point. Nothing else is moving, okay? So it's just rotating. So that's a very important concept to understand when you're trying to like make your own tuts and stuff, like, is understanding that like pretty much you're going from one pivot point to another box. You move another pivot point, then you come in, you close that box, then you open it up, you know. So the second thing that you have to try to remember is like trying to get the concept of isolating your movements. What I mean by that is, like, when you move, you want to make sure that like your movement is very like exact. Like, you don't want to be like you want it to really look like bing, 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 bing. You know, it's got to be right there on point. Like, it can't be sloppy looking. Like, it has to be sharp. You know, between understanding the pivot points, understanding isolations of the movements that you're doing, and understanding probably the third thing is making sure that you keep your arm and your angle straight as possible. That's what allows you to achieve like a really crisp looking tutting that I do. So pretty much I'm gonna just kind of try to go over some basic moves. So like, here's a very basic move, okay? So you're gonna go here. This is one of the first moves I learned, by the way. This is pretty much, it's a box. It's pretty much this shape here. This is really what you're maneuvering. You're gonna go here, you're gonna come down, you're gonna come over, and you're gonna come up. And you're gonna return to the first position. So when you do this, you can go this way and back. See, right there, I just did something I'm gonna talk about in another video, but pretty much you move this box around. You can do whatever you want with it. This move here is very simple, but at the same time it's complex. The reason why I think it's complex is because the fact that when you're here, you actually have access to, like, you know, an infinite number of different angles and shapes. The reason being is because you have 4 main pivot points from here to work with. What I mean by that is you have your wrist on this hand, your wrist on this hand, then you have your elbow and your elbow here. All those are really important because utilizing all those at different moments and at different times, combining them and also singling them out, isolating them, you can create a lot of different shapes very quickly just from right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do all kind of stuff from right here. You know, like, I don't even have to really move from this position, and I can do, you know, many different things from here. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can do multiple things just from right there. So so pretty much basic move, practice it. Another very basic move is this right here. Once again, this is pretty much 2 right angles inverted. You come down, you come over, you come up. Very basic, very easy. You can do whatever you want with it. Other basic moves, you know, you got all this team hieroglyphics out here, you know, hieroglyphics. you know, any shape like this. It's all tutting moves, all boxes that you're creating, you know. And tutting just gets really in depth. Really, once you master, like I said, the pivot points, isolating, make sure your arm is straight, and then you start throwing in other things like accents and different little tricks, little like also like waves and pops. You can do whatever you want. You know, once you get comfortable with it, you can do whatever you want. And once the beat is on, you just hear the music and you just go and you just follow it. And you know, it's very important that like when you tut, you try to always connect. Okay, like you try to always go from one place to the next. You know, you just don't go here and then you just go here. Like you have to get here. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go oh here. No, you have to oh. You have to figure out how to get there. Like you can't just magically get here. Like, cause that just, it doesn't look as good. You know, you don't want to do that. It doesn't look as good. You have to figure out how you're gonna get from each move and connect it. So pretty much, once again, it's Josh Page, aka J Beats. Thanks for checking my video out. Hit me with a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know, and I'll be bringing you more content soon. So, you know, thanks for listening.